The motion is self-explanatory. There's been discussion around this for a long time. I think the intent of the motion is quite clear. The legislative change, which might create a better outcome for the constituents of Melbourne, is not going to happen before the election, but there's an opportunity for council to show leadership and call for voluntary action on the part of candidates. The number of submissions, the amount of discussion that's been in the media about this matter says to me that something needs to be done. This motion will do as much as we can do for the moment.
Thank you. Councillor Foster.
Thank you. There's little to add to the background attached to Councillor Watts' motion and to what she's had to say, but I think it's important to congratulate Councillor Watts for the enormous work that she's done in this area and her continued commitment to reform. It's also important to note how important these things are to residents, and we've heard from a couple of residents tonight, but we hear from them constantly that this is a very live issue, and as Councillor Watts pointed out in her remarks, it's something that is repeatedly mentioned in the media, and it's constantly getting attention. It does require somebody to act, and I guess that brings me to the second point, that where we do have some reticence on the part of our state legislators from both sides of the House to step up in this area, it sends a very important signal to the government of the day that this is something important to us, and again, it's certainly important to the community. It's also an opportunity, I think, for councillors and indeed future councillors that they may want to take up. Again, it is a voluntary disclosure, but nonetheless, it's a real opportunity for councillors to lay their cards on the table very early on and to not be ashamed of anything that they may choose to do in respect of accepting donations. So, if councillors want to accept donations, well, let's just own some honesty around that.